My husband knows how to do that. Just
anything.
sometimes a little humor
Get your
can
story
get you
out.
through.
Hi, everyone. Nice to be here. Are we all been having fun celebrating tragedy tonight? Woohoo! Yeah, so of course you've heard I'm a doctor. What, you want some Xanax? You really want to celebrate, but problem is I am a palliative care doctor. So you'll need some cancer to go along with that Xanax. Because in palliative care I deal with very sick and very dying patients, so people ask, how can I do this work? I mean, doesn't seeing sadness all day make you feel sad? And luckily, it doesn't work that way. I mean, emotions are not infectious. Otherwise, comedians would be happy, right? Still, it's tough work. I mean, but what really motivates me are my patients. I know they would much prefer to be their boring former selves, not have cancer, but let's face it, and we can celebrate them. Patients with cancer rock, like the ones here tonight, right? They are amazing. Just like my patient, Max. Max had his cancer, a sarcoma, for almost a decade. It was in his lungs. He tried every treatment known and some that weren't even out yet because he was only 25. And despite having this diagnosis since he was a teenager, Max attended Yale and then Columbia, got married, became a published poet. I know Max was smart. He was accepted not just because, he had cancer, but had to help. I mean, someone should have told Aunt Becky and these rich parents, don't pay to get your kids into college, just give them cancer. But for the rest of us, it's really not the best idea after watching Max do something you just never want to see. He told his mother and his wife right there in front of me that he was done, that he had pushed himself as far as he could go. He couldn't do more treatment. His words were brutal, but actually beautiful too, filled with gratitude and love, but ultimately he was ready for his life to end. And so as I was leaving Max's room that day for what became the last time, I kind of mindlessly walked out and said, "See you soon." And he looked at me, smiled, said, "I hope not." And I was so taken aback, I just blew him a kiss and walked out of the room. And that was it. He died the next day. And it made me both extra sad, but also extra happy about his death. And why happiness? Because this is what he wanted. He made it clear. What are you going to say to Max? "I've looked at your scans and decided you have not grown enough cancer cells to die yet. I think you need to suffer more." I mean, of course not. Max would have been right to throw his bedside bottle of urine at me if I'd said that. But we've created this language around cancer that is just a bit oppressive, around fighting, battling, never giving up, which can make it just a bit difficult when there's no more fight left. Max didn't lose any fight. He didn't fail. He lived until he knew he no longer could. And when that time comes for my patients, even our Catholic hospital agrees, your body, your choice. And no judgment. And no judgment from me. I take Frank from New York's perspective, who had stage 4 melanoma. You know why cancer's never gonna beat me, Doc? 'Cause when I die, the fucking cancer dies too, so it's a tie. And in the end, it is a tie. Don't feel bad. There's 8 billion of us. We're not that special. Oh, but let me tell you about us doctors. We are special. We think we can do anything. We can run businesses, we can play God, we can even be comedians. Well, I'm still working on getting you to laugh. I do know something about doing God's work. I had a patient this past weekend. He's all accepting and ready. Labs are incompatible with life. I tell family he's gonna go. But no, he doesn't die. I mean, I kind of felt like a bad doctor. I'm keeping him alive like that. I wasn't trying. Plus, it kind of felt disrespectful. I mean, here I am, a doctor, even making God wait. But then what does God want me to do? Kill him? Well, in my job, I do have to ask people what kinds of life-sustaining treatments they want. These are things that prevent you from being dead but not exactly living. And sometimes they'll say they want God to decide. And I never know what to say to this. Am I supposed to ask God? I mean, I'm not sure we're on such great terms. He's kind of been holy ghosting me. I think I've been keeping him waiting. Which does make me, I wonder, maybe God is watching cancer patients to see if they do fight hard enough. You think God is there like, go Max, and when Max said, oh, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, God was like, nah, he didn't grow enough cancer cells. He didn't suffer enough. Right, Jesus? Hey, Satan, need your help. Which gets me all confused because as a palliative care doctor, here I thought I was supposed to be alleviating my patient's suffering, and maybe God wants the opposite. This is a thing, it's called redemptive suffering. Instead of morphine, I just prescribed Jesus. But I don't think I can do that. Sorry. I need a religious exemption. Satanic temple, need your help. Because maybe it's the nature of my work. I just say sorry a lot. Sorry I'm having to tell you you're not getting better. Sorry that you're dying. Sorry I have to keep you in those restraints. Ooh, sorry, that was from my wife. Because what do you say to people when they're dying or near death? You're looking great, Max? No. I've been taught there are 4 things to say. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. And please forgive me. Love, gratitude, forgiveness, letting go being let go. It's worth remembering because it's the only thing that really matters. Because even though none of you are dying right this minute, except for you over there, come talk to me later. What I've learned from doing my work is that it's never too soon to practice these 4 things that matter most. Don't wait until you have cancer. Improve your quality of life now. So we're going to practice. We can start with gratitude, because that's the easiest. I want everyone in the audience right now, we want to thank Nicole for this amazing production, doing this all for us. And we'd also like to thank RadNet, of course, for the generosity in sponsoring all of this. I probably could have afforded it, but it was great to be free. And thank you all, really, for being here, for donating to this show. As you can see, we're not worth the money, but fighting cancer definitely is. So we're happy that all these proceeds are going to the American Cancer Society. But you're not done yet, more practice. I have to ask for the hardest of the 4. Please forgive me for this set. My excuse is that I read about how to do this from some guy named Joe on Reddit, and he made it sound all easy, but I'm realizing I'm kind of more comfortable around dead people than dead silence. I mean, what's the worst that happens? They live? Which, unfortunately, was not the case for our friend Max. He did leave us a while ago, but he told me it'd be okay if I closed with a snippet of his poem called My New Friend. When my heart stops, it will be the end of certain things, but not the end of things itself. Sure, my smile is useful, but a chair is useful too. In the end, I love chairs, and I love dogs, and I'll be chairs, and I'll be dogs. And if I am ever a thought of my widow, I'll love being that. I know Max would love to be here tonight, and maybe you're sitting on him. See you soon. Y'all hope not.